Hi. Okay, I'm back. Haven't filmed in so long. It's currently the day before New Year's Eve, and I thought I would do a really fun video, my year in review, basically. I have like everything I want to say down on my computer, as you can see. So yeah, we're back to that. I have a lot to talk about, honestly. But first things first, why am I doing a year in review? Because I feel like it's really like important to just sit down and like look at your year. Like, what did you get done? What did you do? Like, what happened? Because I honestly, like, I probably forgot about half of it. Like, I can't remember from January to like March. I don't know why. I feel like a lot did happen, but it's like maybe not significant enough to where it was like, oh, like, yeah, I remember that vividly. But also, I kind of have the memory of a goldfish. Another thing, as you might have noticed, we were on my bed, because what better place to do my year in review than my bed, where it all starts, where it all ends at the beginning and end of every single day. So yeah, I have my stuffed animals here with me. I've had them all for quite a while. I decorated, I added some vines. Okay, that doesn't really matter, it doesn't matter. Anyway, if you're interested in doing like your own like yearly reflection, 100% do that. It's so helpful. It helps you set up goals for the upcoming year, what you want to accomplish in the upcoming year, lessons you've learned. I think that's something really, really important. Like, what did this year teach you? Instead of looking at it in a bad way, what did I learn from this past year? Like, what mistakes do I not want to make again? Things like that. I will go over a lot of things, so I'm not sure how long this video will be. I'm trying to keep it between 15 and 20 minutes long. I'm not very good at that because I love to talk. So I'll be going over milestones, lessons, and challenges and goals for 2025. Probably sprinkle in a few other things in there too, but those will be like the main things I will be talking about. So yeah, if you are ready to get a look into my year, into my personal life, I'm about to let you guys in on a lot of stuff, but I think it's important to just share this stuff with anyone who is willing to listen, and so you guys maybe see what I get done in a year. Obviously this podcast was one of the biggest things I've gotten done. I will go into that more later. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy, and make sure to subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram and subscribe to me on here if you're not already. I will be posting a lot more hopefully this year. That's definitely one of my goals. And if you're interested in getting some more about me, definitely Instagram is a place to be. I share a lot of more stuff on there. I post daily. And yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, first things first, let's do a little overview of the year. Since I am still in high school, most of my year is obviously taken up by school. A lot of it, 9 months of it, is taken up by school alone. And so obviously, like, at the beginning of this year, so last January, definitely I didn't set proper goals. I'm not doing what I'm doing right now, like reflecting and like setting goals and all that stuff. I didn't do any of that. Well, another reason why this is so important, why documenting it is so important to me. But I feel like last year, January me would have definitely said something like, my goal is to put myself out there more, which is something I think I have accomplished for sure, just with this podcast and with things I've been doing in and out of school. Really putting myself out there, putting myself in leadership positions, applying for leadership positions, auditioning, applying for other programs, even if I do or don't get in, like having a very open mind and facing rejection head on, because I think that's something, and I keep saying it's important, but it is, facing rejection with everything you have, instead of always viewing it in a negative light. I think as a society we really need to work on how we, in what light we view rejection, because rejection is not always bad. If anything, every single opportunity or person or anything or situation that has rejected me in this past year, if I had not gotten rejected from any of those things, I would not be here where I am. And I am very, very happy with where I am right here today. So for for anyone listening out there, rejection is simply just a redirection. Think of it that way always and forever. That's definitely one thing I've done recently that has completely changed the way I view life. It's really helped me view things in a new, better, positive perspective. Because genuinely, like, I would not be here would it not have been for the rejections and the opportunities these rejections did open up for me, especially like this entire last year. Overall, I think maybe some key milestones for me would be like getting some really big positions at school. Like the classes I've been taking, I was able to I got accepted into a dual enrollment program, so I'm able to take classes at a nearby university that I can walk to every other day and like take a class there, which I think is so much fun. The freedom it gives me, and it gives me like a little taste of what college can be like. And so just knowing that I'm able to handle that right now as a high school junior is definitely like making me less stressed about college, and like, will I be able to handle it? Will I not be able to handle it? I've proven myself in that way. Also, I got a really good position as charge carpenter for my school's production of Grease, which was a school musical. That's usually the biggest show we do the entire year, and that was something that really came as a surprise to me because I had no faith. If you had asked me like over the summer, do you think you're gonna get that position? No, I didn't think I would be cut up for it, honestly, but I got it, and I proved myself wrong yet again. Let's see, personal growth, self-confidence. I think I've grown so much in that area, just having confidence in myself and what I'm doing, and I think being able to lead others has definitely helped me too. Like, people coming to me for advice, starting this podcast has given me so much confidence, and just putting myself out there. Like, I have stopped caring, like fully caring about what people say about me, because I have found out that a lot of people have good things to say. Like, some people I've never talked to at school would be like, oh yeah, like, I follow your podcast account, or like, don't you do that podcast, like, that's so cool, like, how do you do it, like, that's so brave of you. Like, things like that just really boost your confidence. Not just like the other people saying those things, but me taking that chance and taking that risk. It took me like a month to like fully be able to do that, but I did it anyways, even though I was scared and I didn't really think I would be able to do it. I still did it. I did it with I did it as if I had nothing to lose, because I really don't. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Sometimes you just need to ask yourself that. Obviously this podcast is one of the biggest things I've accomplished this year. It's been such an amazing thing to be able to work on outside of school, being able to like come home and just like record something or edit or anything like that has been like so much fun for me. Taking that step, that first step, really pushed me to take further steps, like open up my YouTube account and like my Instagram. Obviously, like, I'm still very small, but this year I do hope to be able to post more and be more consistent and like try to learn from things that are working versus things that are not working. So yeah, it's definitely something really big for me. I definitely also plan to, like, social media wise, like, get on TikTok, maybe post something a little bit different on there, but that still has to do with this podcast. I think that'd be really cool. I think I do have the account made, actually. I just haven't posted anything on there because I just keep telling myself, oh, I don't have time, or this and that. I just gotta stop making excuses for myself. I think that's another big thing I need to think about. Anyway, we're gonna talk about some of my biggest highlights of 2024. Definitely, I went on a school trip to St. Louis. I think that was something really big for me. Not that I haven't, like, gone out of state before, but it was just, like, spending more time with people who I already spent a lot of time at school with. Wasn't bad at all. Not that I expected it to be bad at all. I love everyone I work with. I love everyone I have classes with. They're all amazing people, and I love working with them, joking with them. But I think that really brought me closer to all of them and helped me be as connected to everyone as I am. Definitely more of a, like, I know everyone well and everyone knows me really well. So I think that really helps me have better connections and all that, especially with the teachers, which I guess also helped me get better positions in school. And I think it was like maybe end of 2023, but I'm gonna count as 2024. I took a trip to NYC, to New York City, and that, I swear, that completely changed. Like, honestly, I took 2 days off school. Like, those were unexcused, I'm not gonna lie, to go on this trip. And it was a 4-day trip, so it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I think that completely changed how I view myself and my life, because being in that environment, like, that made me realize I want to be someplace like this. Like, this is someplace I want to be able to visit when I'm older. Like, it was fun. Like, I felt free, especially because I was going through a lot of stress at school. I felt free, and I felt like safe, I guess, to be myself and like all that stuff, to talk to people, and that really helps me come out of my shell even more. I got my permit this year. I will take my driving test end of January. So I still have like 1 month, but I will be taking it soon. Hopefully I'll be able to drive. So that's another really big thing. And, oh, my camera's shaking. Okay, and as much good as there was this year with like all those things I just mentioned, I definitely think there were some challenges that I had to, she's in the frame now, that I had to learn to overcome, as hard as they were. And as like, even recently, like in these past 3 months, I've been learning so many things and like all that stuff, which will also lead into the lessons I learned this year, which is also really, really important. Most memorable challenges, definitely standing up for myself and not settling for less than I deserve. Because I've learned I do not deserve to be around people who don't want to be around me. I do not deserve to be treated badly. I do not deserve less than what I'm asking for, because I have every right to have standards. I have every single right to ask for what I'm asking for and to advocate for myself. I think it's definitely something I struggled with this year a little bit, because I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. Tend to think, oh, maybe it's just a one-time thing, even if it has been a recurring pattern. That's definitely one of the most memorable challenges. Also, just trying to find that balance between school and my personal life, and then in addition, this podcast. Especially with like being a dual enrollment student, like it's like college, then high school, then my personal life, then my like tech life. That's almost like it's so much to keep track of sometimes. But just the fact that I made it through the year and I was able to do it all successfully has definitely shown me I'm capable of handling all of this at once. I am capable of this and so much more. And that's not something I thought would ever happen like 2 years ago. Like, I would not think I would be where I am, struggling with what I'm struggling with now. It's almost like a privilege to be able to struggle with so much, if that makes any sense at all. It's almost a privilege to be able to say, I am able to handle all these things. Like, yes, it is a challenge sometimes, and yes, sometimes I really want to cry myself to sleep. But it's such like a privilege to say, I'm a dual enrollment student. I am a choir member. I work backstage on the productions of the shows. I have this wonderful podcast I'm working on that I love doing and I love working on with all my heart. Like, I have a social life. I have friends that I like. It's a privilege to be able to say I struggle with finding that balance, because it's like, it's a privilege to say I even have any of these things. But you know, I've learned how to do it a little bit better every day. Definitely giving myself some downtime has been so important. Oh god, that's such a challenge for me too. Giving myself the proper time to rest, because I typically will keep going until I just burn out. Some of my closest friends have definitely seen me go so much through the point where I burn out. It's not good, I know, but you know, it takes time to really learn like when I need to stop, because I just like pushing myself further and further and further. But I got it, and I managed to get through this year, so I'll get through the next year too. Another challenge, giving my time to the right people. I mean, I think there have been multiple occasions where I have not given my time to the people I need to give it to, in like the way that I'm not giving it to the people who deserve it. You know, just learning to see that it is a privilege to be around me. Like, that's how I've been trying to look at myself now. It is a privilege to be around me because I have all this going on. So the fact that I'm even giving you time, that I'm giving you my time, that I could be spending doing something that's very important to me, like this podcast or homework or anything like that, that should not be taken for granted. Ever. Because I am such a busy person, and that should never be taken for granted. I lost my control. Oh no. Oh, I found it. And we're going to be talking about lessons learned next. Okay, this definitely has something to do with what I was just talking about. Thank God, because it gives me a perfect segue into lessons learned. I don't just have 3, I have like a bunch, because I learned so much this year. It's actually really crazy. So, on the topic of giving my time to right people and treating my time as if it's a privilege, because it is. I have so much else going on that it should be a privilege that I'm giving you my time. And that's really just like a confidence thing. Like, I have so many other things to work on that sometimes it hurts me to like even go out for a walk. Or at least that's how it used to be. Like, it used to hurt me to like say, oh, like, okay, how about I just give myself like 10 minutes just to go out, but I could be spending that 10 minutes working on homework and getting it done. That used to hurt me so much. So, you know, on that topic, this goes for anyone, like, this is also a lesson for you. Only give time to people who are good for you. Your time is valuable, like I was just talking about, so you need to treat it that way. You need to treat your time as if it is a privilege, because it is. Time really is a privilege, because eventually you will run out of it. That's not something that like lasts forever, at least not for every single person. So only give it to people who are going to help you, people who are not going to bring you down, people who are going to be there for you, people who you want to be around. Like, stop wasting your time on people, or wasting your time doing stuff with people who are not even good for you. Like, I can't even, like, to my mind, that's crazy. Like, to how I've been acting recently and like behaving and all that stuff, I no longer have to give my time to anyone who's not good for me. I really don't. If you're not going to uplift me or anything like that, or you're going to be jealous, then I don't need you in my life. I don't need to spend time on you. If anything, I could be spending it on myself, and that's the most valuable thing you do with your time. Like, spend it on yourself. Really, like, time really is money. Like, you can spend it, and like, you have to be wise on how you spend it. Another really big lesson that I had to learn, that I saw so many people just go through. Stop being so hard to get rid of. Just stop. Stop being so hard to get rid of. Stop acting like this other person is playing hard to get. Sometimes this other person is not playing hard to get. You're playing hard to get rid of, babe. If someone doesn't want you in their life, okay, let them walk away. Just let them walk away. If someone doesn't like want to be your friend anymore, I'll use that example. If someone doesn't want to be your friend anymore, okay. Sometimes you just need to say okay and okay. Yes, it's gonna be hard, and yes, allow yourself to grieve, because that's something you need to grieve and, you know, eventually feel. You need to feel it out, because I know it's hard. If you just focus on yourself while this person is gone, everything's gonna work out for you. I'm not saying this person's gonna come back if they see you work on yourself, because that's not always the case. You should not be doing this with the hopes of getting this person back. You should not. You should be doing this with the hopes of I'm gonna be working on myself. They're gonna be living their life. I'm gonna be living mine. Because you really are the only person who you have. So you need to work on yourself, love yourself, all that stuff. And similar to that, you have to learn to trust how things are going. Like I said earlier, rejection really is just redirection. You have to trust that everything's gonna work out. You have to trust that every experience, good or bad, has to be a lesson to you. I don't know how else to explain this. Bad things happen to you so you can learn something from it. That's simply, if you switch the mindset from like this victim mentality of, oh, everything bad happens to me, like, what did I do to deserve this, into the mindset of, how can I learn from this experience? Good or bad, what can I take away from it? What can I do better next time? Because I assure you, if you don't learn your lesson the first time, there's going to be a next time. And there's going to be enough next times to where you're going to have to learn it eventually. And if you don't realize that you're needing to learn a lesson or needing to change your behavior in some way, it's going to keep happening, and then you are not allowed to then play the victim. If you do not learn from your mistakes, if you do not learn from anything and everything that happens to you, because that's what life is. Life is a game called lessons. Lessons you have to learn. That's really the truth of it. And if you want, on the topic of like switching your mindset, stop taking things personally. Like, it will save you a lot of time and a lot of emotions if you stop taking everything personally. Because if someone doesn't like you and you take that personally, it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt them. I assure you, it's gonna hurt you so much more, because you're gonna be like, oh no, what did I do? Like, how can I get this person to like me? Like, oh my god, you're gonna be running around in circles like, how can I get this person to like me? Like, why doesn't this person like me? Instead, if you don't take it personally, then you'll be like, okay, this person doesn't like me, that's okay, not everyone has to like me. It's not my fault if you don't like me. If you don't like me, that's not my problem, that's on you. Because clearly, for you to not like me, sometimes you don't have to do anything for people not to like you. Like, genuinely, and that's so funny to me. Like, if your existence could piss someone off. It does. Like, sometimes your existence can piss someone off, and that's fucking embarrassing. For the other person, not for you, babe. Definitely for the other person, if someone's existence is enough to just piss them off. Because what the fuck? Oh, I think it's the first time I've ever cursed on the video. That's crazy. Anyway, by not taking things so personally, then you stop blaming yourself for everything. Because you stop seeing things as like your fault. Like, if someone doesn't like you, okay, I'm not gonna take it personally. If someone like pisses you off, sorry. If someone like gives you the middle finger, if someone like tells you to fuck off, anything like that, okay. They're going through something. Just tell yourself that. They're going through something. They're trying to take it out on me, but it's not. If you didn't do anything, like that, I need to clarify. If you didn't do anything, then yeah, like, don't take shit personally. Just don't. I can't remember what the book is called, but I read a book about that, about not taking things personally. God, I wish I had it with me right now, but I don't. But it's gonna help you. Like, maybe someone's just going through a bad day and like they're just taking it out on you. If you didn't do anything, then yeah, like, you're not gonna take it personally, are you? Like, come on. And the last and most important lesson I learned this year, drum roll please, stay away from people who are insecure. Trust me, just do it. Especially if you are a naturally secure and confident person, stay away from people who are insecure. I'm not kidding when I say this, because I think throughout this entire year I definitely have encountered a lot of people who are insecure, and that's like, I'm not saying being insecure is always like a bad thing. Like, yes, it's something that people need to work on, but if they don't realize that they're insecure, it's only going to affect you in a bad way almost. sometimes, for example, I had a friend who was insecure, and that insecurity eventually led to jealousy within our friendship. This person would be almost jealous of me, jealous of the attention I got, jealous of the confidence I had. Quite literally, this person would do anything to try and bring me down. And obviously this did not help me at all. It only it kind of also made me insecure in a way, almost. Just the fact that this person was so condescending towards me, and that this person almost wasn't used to being around someone so secure. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm the most confident, secure person in the world, but I've definitely grown more confidence in myself than I had about a year ago even. So if you have friends who are insecure, they will almost compare themselves to you, or look at you and put you up on a pedestal and try to knock you down almost. I'm not saying it happens with everyone, but I'm saying be aware of that. If you see it happen, try to talk about it. Communication really is the best way to save a friendship, honestly. Just talk about it, talk about what you're seeing and all that stuff. And it's not just with friends, even people at school. If you make someone insecure, you're going to see it in ways you cannot imagine. You will see it, they will put yourself in competition with you. And I see that. There's someone at my school that I see it with, and it's you really need to be secure in yourself. Because the more secure you are in yourself, the less you compare yourself to other people. Because you realize there is no need to compare yourself with other people. Because not everyone has experienced what you have experienced. Not everyone is going through the same thing you're going through. And definitely not everyone is working on yourself as hard as you are. 100% I can assure you that much. Because if everyone was, then not that many people would be insecure about themselves. On that note, you're going to be moving on to my goals for 2025. Enough ranting about me and life lessons. I have so many goals for 2025. Definitely, I put a lot of them on my vision board. Obviously, a lot of self-care, a lot of eating healthier, taking care of my body more. This podcast is something that I really want to keep working on. I want to keep growing and, reach more followers and reach more people and all that stuff. I think that's something really big for me. I just want to keep spreading love to everyone and keep spreading advice to people who need it or want it. That's just something I've always strived to do, even if I'm not in the best position myself. I've always strived to put a smile on my face and keep my chin up on my shoulders back and just greet everyone with a smile, with a hug, ask them how they're doing. Because I want everyone around me to succeed. I really, really do. And I just want to keep encouraging people to do what they're doing and work with people around me and all that type of stuff. I think that's something really big. School-wise, definitely I want to do more league positions. I got chosen as a set designer for a play festival at my school, and that was something really big. And even though I wasn't really expecting it, I think that's something very something that's gonna be really good for me in the long run. I know, as scared as I am going into it, it's gonna be really good for me. And I'm excited for so many things in 2025, like this set designer position that I just mentioned. That's gonna be something I'm working on for the next 3 months, pretty much, January through March. So that's gonna be so much fun, working with new people, working with directors, working with actors, working with other designers as well. It's gonna be so much fun, I just know it. Some trips, I have some trips that I'm gonna be going on. I'm so excited for them. I couldn't be happier about it, genuinely. I think there's 2 trips I think I'm going on in 2025, and that's gonna be really exciting, both out of the country, so maybe I'll do some vlogging in that. speaking about vlogging, I am planning to buy a camera and start vlogging, like in public and all that stuff, because I think it's something else that would help me come out of my shell a lot. I mean, and obviously making more friends. That's something I'm really looking forward to, building more connections and all that stuff. I think that's really, really important. Just, you know, so many things I'm looking forward to and so many goals I want to achieve. Obviously, my vision board is gonna keep me motivated, and I look at it every single day on my computer, on my phone. Like, I have that constant reminder I'm working towards something, and I need to be continuously working towards these things if I want to accomplish them. And obviously I would be holding myself accountable and like posting about it, vlogging, all that type of stuff. And I just want to take a second to wrap up everything. So to everyone who has followed me since the beginning, thank you so much. Literally, words cannot describe enough, like, the support that I get, especially from like my closest friends. Like, I love you all to death. People who keep supporting me from afar, that means the world to me. You know, I really encourage others to reflect on their year, reflect on what you want to achieve in the future. Obviously you are allowed to dream big. You will always be allowed to dream big, no matter what anyone tells you. Don't belittle yourself just to fit in with everyone else. I've tried that and it did not work. You know, work on yourself, love yourself. Don't be afraid to talk to people, put yourself out there, and I hope I'm able to be like a model for that, for people who are too afraid to do that. I hope I have served that purpose at least. And I really just do this for myself and to spread advice and love to other people. That's my number one goal. And I want people to improve, and I want people to succeed, no matter who they are. I want to see them succeed. I want to see everyone happy, because that's really what the world is about. I want to see everyone happy, and obviously I'm not going to sacrifice my own happiness for that, but you know, I just want to help people succeed and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's it. That's my year in review. A really long year in review, I think. But if you're interested in more videos, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, because I hopefully will be posting more this year. Follow me on Instagram. Hopefully I'll be posting on TikTok soon. Make sure to love yourself, spread love, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that might be.